Welcome to IPO This Week. I'm Kevin, and as always, I want to welcome back the community to the channel and invite any new viewers who are interested in IPOs in particular and improving their financial wellness in general to subscribe to our channel, Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. For you today, I'm talking about two of the biggest companies going public for the week of May 17th with names that you might already be familiar with, Oatly and Squarespace. Now, if you like investing in health-conscious, environmentally friendly companies, an Oatly IPO might be just what you're looking for. And you wouldn't be the only one. In fact, this company has a lot of big names backing it. For instance, rapper Jay-Z, actress Natalie Portman, former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz, and then don't forget about the biggest name out there of all, Oprah Winfrey. Yes, Oprah. The Oprah. Now, if technology is more your thing, although as of late, that seems to be a dirty word, I have the Squarespace IPO for you. Except, well, it's not actually an IPO, it's a direct listing. Now, we've talked a lot about direct listings and how they're different from traditional IPOs on this channel, but if you're new here and you're not really familiar with the nuances of them, I'll post a link in the description for a video that gives you the gist of what they're all about. But before we get into the companies, as you can see, I brought the show back outside. Beautiful spring day, lots of birds out here, although I'm hoping that the chirping doesn't overwhelm the audio, which I won't know until after I edit this. There's at least 3 nests I've been keeping an eye on. One is this robin's nest that sits right under the deck. These guys come back every year and lay eggs about 3 or so times throughout the summer. A little hard to get the camera to show up between the cracks, but it's so cool that I wanted to share that with you. Feel free to show the robins some love by giving them a thumbs up. Alright, let's get to what we're here for and start with the Squarespace Direct Listing. Squarespace considers themselves to be a leading all-in-one platform for businesses and independent creators to build their online presence, grow their brands, and manage their businesses across the internet. The company offers a variety of products and services to their clients, including websites, domains, e-commerce, tools for managing a social media presence, marketing tools, and scheduling capabilities. They have built what they believe is an easy-to-customize and design-first platform that has been used by customers in approximately 180 countries, where the platform works for customers that are just getting started, as well as large brands that need scale, flexibility, and reliability. As of March 31st, Squarespace reports to have had 3.8 million unique subscriptions to their platform. For a full-year growth rate, unique subscriptions increased 22.5% for the year ended December 31st, 2020, compared to the same period in 2019. The Squarespace platform's purpose is to empower customers to build, manage, and grow compelling brands online. To do this, they bring together what they call their 3 primary pillars of functionality to create a unified all-in-one platform. They identify their first pillar as presence, which is where their design tools make it possible for customers to quickly and easily create a professional quality, mobile, and desktop-friendly website, acquire a domain, and have a differentiated social media presence. The second pillar is their comprehensive commerce solutions, which provide customers everything they need to sell physical products, subscriptions, content, or services online. And they do this with full integration with their presence products. And then their last pillar is marketing, where they provide clients with integrated marketing solutions such as email campaigns, customer relationship management functionality, search engine optimization, and analytics tools to help them better understand and target their audiences while driving traffic, sales, and conversion. As for some financials, the company's revenue in 2020 came in at $621 million, up from $485 million in 2019. And as far as their overall net, the company reported net income, or profit, of just under $31 million in 2020, which was actually down from $58 million in 2019, and I wasn't able to discern any particular reason for this in their filing. However, they have reported net income every year since 2016, so they do have a history of being profitable over a period of time. As far as valuation goes, the company was valued at around $10 billion in its most recent fundraising round earlier this year. And then as for details of the Squarespace Direct Listing, it is currently set with trading anticipated to begin on Wednesday, May 19th. Because this is not a traditional IPO, there are no new shares being created and priced. However, there will be a reference price put out there as it gets closer to trading, but I don't have that as of this recording. When Squarespace stock does start to trade, it will be under the ticker SQSP. Alright, before moving on, I hope you're enjoying the video, and if you are, please give a push to that like button. As investors' interests are constantly shifting, it lets me know that you have interest in IPOs and that you want me to keep making videos on them for you. So thanks in advance for hitting, smashing, or even tickling that like button. Okay, let's now talk about the company that Oprah sees as worthy enough to put some of her vast money behind it, Oatly. Oatly claims to be the world's original and largest oat milk company with a vision for a food system that's better for people and the planet. According to the Oatly IPO prospectus, the company was founded in the 1990s in Sweden, where a group of scientists were exploring the issues of lactose intolerance. Analyzing the research, they determined that an estimated 2/3 of the global population cannot process cow's milk due to the lactose intolerance. So considering this, the scientists set out to make an alternative that could replace the traditional cow's product without sacrificing the dairy experience. They found their solution in oats, which are globally abundant, cost-effective, and require low input resources relative to livestock and other plant crops. They developed a proprietary, patented process centering on using enzymes to break down oats while retaining key fibers, leading to the launch of the world's first oat milk in 1995. This core oat technology, although continually refined, continues to be the base for the majority of their products today. As they've evolved, the first oat milk product was launched under the Oatly brand in 2001, leading to a portfolio of products including milks, ice cream, yogurt, cooking creams, spreads, and on-the-go drinks. And then along with what was their primary healthy nutritional focus on developing their plant-based dairy market, concerns for the environment and resources required for growing and maintaining our food supply have led to more people buying their products as an environmentally friendly option as well as a healthy one. Again, from their perspectives, they state that the global food industry generates about 25% of the world's total human-created climate impact. In comparison, that is significantly more than the estimated 14% of the global greenhouse gas emissions generated by all global transportation combined. They go on to say that animal-based products account for more than half of global food-related emissions and 3/4 of the land used for food production. However, they yield less than 20% of our globally consumed calories. To put some numbers to their environmentally friendly aspect of their products, as claimed by Oatly, a liter of Oatly product consumed in place of cow's milk results in around 80% less greenhouse gas emissions, 79% less land usage, and 60% less energy consumption. And to promote their reduced environmental impact, Oatly puts carbon impact labels on their packaging for consumers to see and consider. So that's a little background on Oatly, but now let's take a step away from the health and environmental perspectives that might pull in a lot of investors and look at the company itself and their products. As where to find them, Oatly products are available across approximately 60,000 retail stores and over 32,000 coffee shops. Their products are sold in both independent coffee shops and established franchises like Starbucks, from food retailers like Target to premium natural grocers and corner stores, as well as through e-commerce channels such as Alibaba's Tmall. Their products are also available throughout the world in places such as the United Kingdom, Germany, the United States, and China. And speaking of China, within approximately 2 years of entering the Chinese market, the company has over 9,500 food service and retail points of sale in total, with a growth rate of over 450% as of December 31st, 2020. And then in the United States, the UK, Germany, and Sweden, Oatly is the highest selling brand in the oat category by retail sales value, which is the largest category within dairy alternatives in the United Kingdom and Germany, and is the fastest growing category within the United States. To support that, the company reports that their 2020 year-over-year retail sales growth rates were 99% in the UK, 199% in Germany, and 182% in the United States. As for some financials, in the 3 months ended March 31st, 2021, Oatly reported revenue of approximately $140 million, a 66% increase from $84 million in the same period in 2020. And then for all of 2020, they reported revenue of $421 million, a 106% increase from $204 million in 2019. This growth outpaces their year-over-year growth in 2019 of 72.9%, which the company says reflects their accelerating momentum. From an overall net profit and loss perspective, the company is not profitable, reporting a net loss of $60.4 million in 2020, which was up from a loss of $35.6 million in 2019. The company states that the losses are a result of their focus on growth, particularly in the areas of investment in production, brand awareness, new markets, and product development. Looking at the market and future growth opportunity, according to research by Euromonitor, the global dairy industry retail sales were estimated to be $592 billion in 2020 and are expected to reach $789 billion in 2025, which would be a compound annual growth rate of 5.9%. And then in the global milk category, which is the largest subcategory within dairy where Oatly primarily operates, retail sales were estimated to be $179 billion in 2020 and is expected to reach $247 billion in 2025, growing at a compound annual growth rate of 6.6%. In some developed markets, dairy milk consumption per capita has been steadily declining, with the trend continuing the last decade as plant-based dairy has increased in popularity. In fact, in the United States, over the past 3 years, 32% of consumers have reduced or stopped their dairy milk intake, while 2/3 of these consumers have now shifted as part of their dairy consumption to plant-based milk alternatives, according to Consumer Insights. To support this future growth, Oatly has 3 factories planned or under construction to go along with 4 factories that are already in operation. As for details of the Oatly IPO, at the time of this recording, we expect the IPO to be priced within a range of $15 to $17, which would give the company a valuation of around $10 billion. Oatly stock would then begin trading publicly on Thursday, May 20th, under the ticker OTLY. Alright, so there you go. Some information and some details on the Squarespace Direct Listing and the Oatly IPO. So what do you think? Are you considering investing in either of these companies? Let us know in the comments. And again, please remember to like the video if you haven't done that already, subscribe, and yeah, share the video to any of your social media sites. And speaking of social media, consider adding me on Instagram and TikTok. Yes, TikTok. While YouTube will always be the focus for what we do, I'm looking to switch it up a little on those platforms to add some different types of content. Something to mix it up a little. Doesn't mean I'm going to dance or bounce around on it, but it doesn't mean I won't either. Anyways, thanks for checking back in. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk again soon.